Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Rue Valley. And I think we're going to go straight over to the ranch, and we're going to go and search Walter's room for clues as to where he might have gone. I suspect it's probably either the railway bridge or the cemetery. We might end up having to search multiple locations, I guess. Those are certainly the ones that were hinted at in kind of the past police reports of his various disappearances. But we'll see. We'll see. I suspect this search for a gun is going to end up being a bit of a red herring. I don't know. It doesn't strike me as something that's worth doing, but hey, what do I know? We're being led on this path. Let's just follow it. All right, Walter's room. Like a journal thing, maybe? Yep, that's the book about Walter Group you need. Dig in. Okay, start reading. Oh yeah, I remember we read the blurb before and we said it sounded really boring, didn't we? The first chapters are dedicated to a broader, contextual look at the situation. What is Apex Ore? When did the company come to Rue Valley? And why? You skim through it. Next, the author postulates a thesis. The collapse of the K oligarchs and the arrival of incorporated capital in the form of Apex Ore produced a paradox of them being perceived as part of the working people, not the ruling moneyed class. You think that's what it says. Despite the pop form of the book, the text is heavily and unnecessarily academic. They needed a better editor. If ever you get out, you can volunteer for the job. After this chapter are several photographs with a disclaimer courtesy of Rue Valley Cultural and Historical Centre. The photograph that stands out shows maybe 24 people wielding twice as many weapons. They're all uniformly dressed in denim shirts, pants and cowboy hats. Below is the title Walter Group Muster, and the names of all the participants, out of which only Walter K and Milton Canis mean anything to you. Another photo that draws your attention shows Walter and Milton alone. Kay is holding dynamite sticks in both hands, while Canis is pointing two assault rifles towards the sun. Cody was right, these guys needed to be disarmed, and quick. They blew themselves up. You shudder from the images of spilled blood and flames, and spilled blood aflame, if they hadn't been. The author then details how the last scion of the K family, Walter, developed a populist ideology, claiming that gold reserves discovered by Apex Ore belonged to the people. Walter Group unified around those ideas and started preaching nationalisation of all subsurface resources. The group was led by Milton Canis, close friend and relative of Walter K, and the direct descendant of none other than Clayton Bronco Canis. However, the author challenges the group's definition of the people, concluding via K's unpublished manifesto and numerous interviews, that the people refers solely to Walter and his inner circle. Whether K concealed this hierarchy deliberately or genuinely believed his kin's rule was righteous remains ambiguous. With the group's support and voter coercion, Walter K ran for mayor in the 1985 election, as we know, and lost to the incumbent, Mayor William Thatcher. After the lost election, historiographical data, supported by the author's interviews with eyewitnesses of those days, reveals that the Walter Group planned a hostile takeover of local power. Then, new free elections would be called in hopes of legitimising their position. This bushfire was stopped by the state with the aid of corporate capital. In March 85, a new gun law was passed requiring the handover of all military-grade weapons. This style might be as dry as dung in a desert, but the story has hooked me. Carry on reading. The armaments law of 85 effectively led to the disintegration of the Walter Group before they set fire to the bush. Mayor Thatcher managed to secure the loyalty of the former group members with highly paid positions within his administration, like the sheriff guy, or deputy sheriff, whatever, while others were arrested on real or trumped-up charges. The remainder of the group followed Walter K and established a political movement named For Our Children. Walter K proclaimed the new movement, as well as his new mayoral candidacy, during the opening ceremony of the newly renovated K family burial grounds, including the statue of the founder, Maynard O. K. The symbolism is clear, albeit on the nose. Part of K's speech is crucial to the author's analysis. Designated a historical site in the 60s, this crypt became a fortress of legacy, one we fortified with new sarcophagi crafted with the precision of artisans and the reverence of those entrusted with eternity. Let its sanctity, shielded by law, remind all who doubt some foundations are unassailable. Kay's speech is charged with the same grassroots idea that has driven him from the start, only now it's formalised into a party ideology. It's almost on the verge of blood and soil ideology, but the blood aspect is focused on his own family, not the group as a whole. This block of analytical insight is interrupted by a series of photographs, added to this edition by both Wood's Cultural and Historical Centre. Okay, so we're looking at some photos. Let's look at Walter next to the statue. Unlike Walter on the book's cover, he's clean-shaven and wearing a full suit, though cowboy style. His brows are furrowed, his eyes full of steely focus. Maynard's statue gleams with the sun in the background. It was so polished during the renovation. Walter gives a speech. Both fists raised to the skies, mouth in a snarl, while he proclaims Rue Valley belongs to the people. Picture of Walter and, you presume, his wife and children. Walter is holding both Alex and Maxine on his shoulders, his wife's hand in his own. You suppose this photo is meant to show Walter as the family man. Walter next to the sarcophagus. Grim determination is set in the entirety of Walter's body, like he's saying, "Here I am now, here I will be for all eternity." A picture of Walter and 4 Our Children founding members. Unlike the bearded, rugged bunch from the cover of the booklet, you see men and women both in smart iron suits. Directed or not, most of them are looking at Walter, who is staring at Maynard's statue. Oof, okay, while the pseudo-grassroots militant movement was transforming itself into a political party, the state, supported by corporate capital, did not sit idly by. Milton Keynes, now an assistant chief of police, acted on Mayor Thatcher's orders and conducted a search of all former Walter Group members, hoping to find any non-forfeited weapons. As a precaution or an additional insult, Keynes organised the searches while Kay and his supporters were attending the family burial grounds opening. Of course, no weapons were uncovered during the search, but it severed all connections between Walter and Milton, which might have been the intended goal. In return, Kay used the search in a public relations spin and won many new voters for his movement. Booklet wasn't very helpful. Those weapons could still be anywhere. You'd have to follow the chain of events. Let's boil it down to simple events, without the clutter of context and meaning. Walter Group is armed to the teeth. The new law is passed. The weapons are gone. K family burial grounds are renovated. New movement is declared. Yeah, so I think they're in the. I think they're in the graveyard. Maybe the graveyard. Yeah. Makes most sense. After all, the dead are not credible eyewitnesses. Okay, make sure I'm right. To the graveyard. Kaboom. Okay, that's the lightning. Check. I think this updated thing is just going to say, let's go check out the graveyard. So let's go do that. It's going to have to be in the next loop, though, because we won't get there in time. Can I get out this way? Yeah, I can. Then we just start walking, and soon enough, we will be looping over again. I'll pause here. We'll come back. Okay, we're back. So let's. We're going to go to the cemetery this time, obviously. So let's do that. I think the obvious place is the place of the statue, and okay, is it Walter's father that's in the? It's like, oh no, this isn't it. It's to the left, isn't it? Over this way. Imagine it's this. Walter's grave still turned green with hunger for his body turned cadaver. Sure that Walter hid the weapons cache in his grave, but the sarcophagus looks sealed. Oh, so it's his, but like he's not in it yet, obviously, because he's still alive. Well, let's search around the grave first. Nothing but the desert dust and a multitude of weeds thriving on decaying human compost. Then your eyes fall on 2 side handles. One of them already seems turned. Pull the other handle. Grime and dust have almost caked the handle shut, but with another push it cracks open. Push the lid. And you've revealed a cornucopia of death and destruction. Rifles, pistols, revolvers, some weapons you don't even know the names of. Ammo clips, dynamite sticks, detonators, bulletproof vests, helmets. Enough weapons to arm an army. Surprisingly, most of the weapons seem to be in decent enough condition. You see a few traces of rust. If only I had one of these when Alex shot me. Look at the armoured vests. Like a wounded animal, your mind instantly recoils from that thought. You're not ready to dwell on that pain, not yet at least. I mean, the thing is, we can't get to the... Okay, we're just going to have to play this out, because I think our character has to realise he hasn't got time to get here, get this, and then get back to the farmhouse in the loop. Grab a pistol. To your layman's eyes, this seems like a 9mm pistol, standard movie issue. Not in ideal conditions, but it won't blow your hands off, you think. Luckily there's plenty of ammo clips around, because it's practice time. This is a novel experience. Never before have you held a hunk of death-spewing iron. Feels wrong in your hands, like a coiled snake waking from slumber. We'll do number 3. Grab the firearm with both hands, thrust it far out in front of you, and spread your legs wide, just like police officers do in the movies. Your whole body burns with the effort of this simple exercise. All those years behind a keyboard took their toll. Relatable. At least both the rear and the front sights of the pistol are aligned with your eyes. This should help you aim. Should. At least you can hold the weapon somewhat competently. Still, you know little or less about actually shooting with it. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Lucky for you, this location is ideal for target practice. There's not a living soul around and you're far away from any prying ears. What will you shoot at? You'll need to improvise a shooting range with some targets. Let's just... there's a bunch of garbage lying around. Plastic and glass bottles, cans, etc. Reuse, recycle, reduce. You'll need some time to get it all up to snuff. Alright, that should do it. Fire once, see how it goes. Even after firing a single bullet, the pistol jerks like a coiled serpent. If you shot even once more, you're sure the weapon would fly out of your hands. Alright, shoot target by target. Again, the pistol tries to escape your grip, but you kind of expect that and are able to control it. With each following shot, you feel the recoil less and less until it's almost gone, like a gentle tremor. So much garbage and you've struck absolutely nothing. Alright, this will take a while. Shitty job so far. Seems like you'll have to practice and practice and practice. Maybe the first time was that bad because of the stance you've assumed. Alright, sharpshooter style. Alright, let's do this again. Shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot again. Miss after miss after miss. It's even worse than the first time. All the cans and bottles are still lined up. It'll take even longer than you hoped for. Only a montage can save me now. If the loop didn't reset everything, by now you'd be surrounded by a mountain of shell cases. Let's see what you've learned. Fire at the targets. Alright, you've come a long way. You feel like the pistol is an extension of your hand, but deep down a worm gnaws at you. You're sure it's false self-confidence coming from the dopamine hit of success. Hooks of realization sink deep into your mind. You've trained yourself to shoot another human being, to cause pain as terrible as you've suffered, maybe even death. But this graveyard stash of weapons is too far away. Exactly, you'll never make it here and then to the K ranch house in one loop. Exactly, that's what I've been saying. You'll have to find another weapon for shooting Alex. Like I've been saying. Okay, what does he say this time? There's no way you can visit the cemetery and make it. Exactly. So I'm gonna, we're gonna have to end this loop because we haven't got time to get to the farmhouse now. I'm gonna have to get to the farmhouse, the ranch house again, and see if he'll actually take the revolver there this time, which is what I was saying all along. I'm just going to try to get a Kuiper belt because there's not enough time, and we'll loop out. In fact, I'll pause. We'll come back when we're at the ranch house. I guess the interesting thing about this is I've just remembered there's that mine tunnel I couldn't quite make it to. We've never tried getting back there, and we don't have an intention to do it, but I wonder if at some point we will.
And we'll sure, but for now. However, since this, you should go and check.
well, we're going to get to the ranch house. So again, I'll pause while we're doing it, because there's a few, for want of a better description, loading screens, isn't there? So, okay, so all I really have is going to try and get to that revolver again. Like now, he's realised that we need something a bit closer. Which we knew, what, 2 episodes ago now? Feels like. But I guess we're a bit quicker on the uptake than old doofus here is. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my god, are you kidding me? He's still not even considering this thing. Huh. I don't even know what to do at this point.
Pops, what's the password for today?
Maybe we might as well try this again while we're here, right?
Hands up! Who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my house? Who sent you?
Ask about the equipment again.
No. What are you talking about? You show up at my door and claim you need my equipment? Why?
I need it to listen to the message from outer space. His hands start to tremble a little as he watches you with widened eyes. It seems as if he is scared.
Is it a message from us? Or is it otherworldly?
It's us, I think.
Well, that's something, I guess. So what's got you all fired up about this? Speak!
It's complicated. He nods, seemingly
I
calmer than
see.
before.
So, you want to use my equipment to hear a message from space?
He seems to consider your words for a moment or two, considering what to do.
I don't believe you. It doesn't make any sense. And your face looks mighty suspicious.
This is getting you nowhere and it's starting to become annoying. Getting all the way here just for him to humiliate you again and again. Okay, our memory's been updated. The alternative doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fucking walking.
Alright, well, I want to take a look at what our update says. I can't do anything during this sequence.
Hey, cuz, listen. Now there's a 20 minutes. Shut the... No, no. Now we...
And now we wait. And we're back in the room.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Miss, and we'll but for now, that's good. However...
Alright, so let's have a quick look at what this update says then. Frank was trying to catch some radio signal. The signal must be connected to the loop. He had emailed conversations about it with Alex, who lives in the old ranch house you already visited. Well, I know this. What does this actually say? Oh, call the sheriff again. Okay, yeah, we could try that. I've forgotten about that. That happened in the last episode, didn't it? Okay, well let's go through doing that. Bothwood Sheriff's Department, Deputy Sheriff Cody speaking. How can we help? Let's do that. Can I get a list of all the weapon owners?
Just a month or two ago, the government passed a new set of regulations on gun ownership. We're drowning here in bureaucracy. Hold on just a moment. Who the hell are you?
UB Pursuer, Ministry of Citizen Protection, General Inspector with the Chamber of Armaments.
Good day, sir. Good day. My apologies, sir. Better safe than sorry, you know. You know what? The list is longer than my arm. You better ask about a particular person, and I'll do the checkup.
Let's just ask about the people we can get to in time. So let's start with Jason, who's right here.
The dumper? That man should be armed. But is he? Dunno. Not a Bothwood citizen. Out of my jurisdiction. Now, was there anyone else?
Fair enough. Okay, what about Riley?
Hold on now. Need to enter that into search. Yep, right here. Owns a weapon, double registration to Coral Destiny and her. Model is Cybershot 9000, as far as I can see.
Isn't that a camera?
Got more? Shoot! Haha, get it.
Robin?
Well, let me check. This whole documentation is a regular mess. Nope, Robin doesn't have a gun registered to her, though she's at an age where she could own a weapon. But I would say at an age where she should have a piece. The way we're going, you're gonna ask me about the whole valley.
Pretty much. Is Alexander K's gun registered? Pain swells deep in your stomach like a miniature comet has shot through your gut, ripping it apart.
There we go. Owns a Thunderbolt 44. Mighty gun, that one. Got to admit, I'm always worried Cousin Alex won't shoot somebody accidentally. He's a poor shot, you know, and that firearm of his can kill anyone dead. Can we wrap this up slowly? I got some work to do.
I wouldn't be bothering if it wasn't important, officer.
Sheriff. Deputy Sheriff. Well, go ahead and ask.
Travis. No, we know he doesn't. Gideon?
If I was dealing with lunatics every day, I sure would get at least a shotgun or two. But from what I see here, nah, it's not in the register. A lot of names. Gotta say, Mr. Purcell, Bothwood Sheriff's Department is right at your service.
What about Ben?
For this, I don't even have to look at the bloody list. Ben's armed, of course. Men in his position should be. Otherwise, he would be a sitting duck. If you know what I mean. He's got a nice little sleek Thunderwood 38. It's right into a pocket. Oh, man. There's even more, right?
Maxine? Just says she's got the same as Alex.
Got myself into this mess.
Walter? Here, Walter's a registered weapon, a 9 45. That's a relic right there, straight from 9 and 10. Oh. You mean that's not a museum piece?
Judged purely by the weapon's age, sure. But to get registered again, the gun must be operational. And knowing Cousin Walt, he keeps it in tip-top shape.
I think this might be exactly what we're looking for. I gotta tell you, the software is getting a bit buggy. I don't really need to know anymore, so we'll just wait till he stops.
Well, let's see. It says right here she was the owner of a firearm from 2023. Inheritance from her mother, apparently. Until April 2027, when she surrendered the weapon. The sheriff left a note. Firearm surrendered alongside a single bullet. No, I got time for a couple more, and after that I have some real police work to do.
Travis? Last name? I need the full name, sir. Checking in the database. That's it, thanks. Alright, so I think... I'm not even going to check this, but I would imagine that he's going to be satisfied that he can take the revolver in Walter's room now. At last. But let's get there. I've seen this screen so many times. We're about a minute behind schedule, but that might be okay. 8:39 is when the song changes. Take the revolver and examine it up close. You know it's ancient, but the cold steel feels brand new against your skin. It might be due to the perfect craftsmanship or Walter's zealous maintenance. Every part of this weapon is meticulously polished and oiled. The real challenge now will be finding the bullets for it. They could be stashed anywhere in the house. If there are any at all. Well, I guess we'll check the barrel. You open the barrel and to your surprise, 3 shiny bullets are waiting inside. No tricks, no puzzles, just 3 live rounds and a dead gun. That means you'll have 3 chances to shoot Alex K in one loop. Better make sure you aim straight, because if not, your stomach burns with a vivid reminder of what will happen if you don't. But are you truly ready to do that? No. Is it normal that I'm freaking out a little bit? Yes. Perfectly normal. It's a stress-soaked cocktail of performance anxiety, knowledge that your actions will cause harm, and the uncertainty of whether the message will really be worth it. You can only hope that it is. Yet whatever reason you tell yourself, that is the driving force behind this. You'll have to live with the experience. The time loop resets everything around you, but it won't erase the memory of you shooting or even killing a living, breathing person. And here's the worst part. If you don't find your way out of the loop, you'll be stuck with that forever, shooting him for nothing. Again, are you ready to do that? No. But I guess I don't have a choice. Off you go now. The sooner this is done, the better. Okay. Damn, that advanced time, didn't it? Oh, here you are. Your entire body is covered in goosebumps in anticipation of the inevitable. What you plan to do is horrible, but you know you never ever want to experience that pain again, and you'll do whatever you must to prevent it from happening. Alright, knock on Alex's door and aim your weapon.
Pops?
Your hands tremble. The seconds are years.
What's the password for today?
Just open the door, Alex. So you can shoot him already and get this over with. Dozens of lock clicks tell you Alex is coming any moment now. This is it. Shoot him now. I don't want to do this. Throw down your gun. What the hell are you doing? What's with the sudden change of heart? As the slowest moments in your life pass you by, his eyes open wide with utter terror, and he's going to shoot us. Missed. He missed you. You have more luck than brains or guts. Now shoot him before he spills one of the 2 of you on the floor. Right, shoot him. Oh, man. Alex is back in his room, wailing with the pain of staying alive. Luckily, he dropped his weapon, so you don't have to LARP as a commando getting in. Go into the room. I'm not at all happy about this. He's trapped in the shell of his own shock and pain. Then he sees you.
Please spare me.
This is it, the result of your endeavour. A wounded, frightened man on the floor, blood pooling around him. Do you feel proud? No. Even so, this image will stay with you, a testament to how far you're willing to go. What now? Time is running out and you have to start listening to the message, otherwise all of this was for naught. Shut up and I won't kill you, I just need your radio equipment.
I'll be quiet. Do whatever you have to.
Alright, well, let's make sure we use our time fruitfully, I suppose. Several devices sit on the desk, most of them looking hopelessly out of date. Some vaguely remind you of your childhood, others so archaic and peculiar they feel plucked from a vintage sci-fi serial. You've no idea what to do, but you'd better act fast. You don't want to have to go through all this ever again. Look at the big metal box. The once shiny finish of the device's front panel has been dulled by half a century of dust and fingerprints. Rotary knobs are labelled with mysterious letters and numbers, some labels faded into near illegibility. There's no way you could figure out how to use any of this before the loop ends. Well, the guy knows how to use it's right there. Look at the satellite dishes. 2 compact parabolic reflectors are angled through the windows towards the sky. Intuition tells you it's best not to tinker with them on your own. Okay, look at the cables. A handful of fabric-braided cables snake between the different machines. Several sections are wrapped with mismatched tape. Electrical black tape, masking tape with scribbled labels, and a strip of copper foil that seems intended as extra shielding. You trace most of the frayed cables behind the desk and into the back of the PC tower. It seems the computer is the heart of the entire setup. Perhaps you don't need to reverse engineer Alex's analog wizardry piece by piece. If you can access whatever program he's running on the desktop, you may be able to control the receiver directly and tune into the signal without fiddling with ancient dials. Okay, look at the monitor. The flat panel glows with the dark-themed desktop, immediately revealing that Alex is running an alternative operating system. Hopefully you won't have to use command line prompts. A browser tab is open. Paused mid-typing, the URL bar reads xenotheories.net-forum, and you can just make out the half-written post title. Why the 1983 lantern clouds are... No time for this. View other apps. An instance of WavePar is open, but the music is paused. Unminimizing a window reveals a list of tracks by some obscure artist. Let's just ignore that first one. Check the icons on the desktop. Among random documents and games you have no time to check right now, you see a stylized satellite dish icon labelled Freakmaster. This might be the software interface for the receiver. Run Freakmaster, or Freakmaster, whatever. I say freak as in frequency. The program boots with a flicker of terminal code, then resolves into a simple interface. A list of saved frequency and decryption presets on the left, a waveform display on the right, and status indicators blinking beneath it. Signal strength, decryption module, and error rate. Yeah, 5 more minutes. Judging by their names, the presets seem to be made by Alex. Half of them are just cryptic, and the other half borderline insane. You scroll through the list. I don't think we have much choice but to just go down them. Red info. Does red denote Mars or coral, as in Coral Destiny? Let's hear it. After a long high-pitched tone, an unnerving synthetic child's voice begins speaking. 12, 1, 2, 15, 18. 9, 19. 5, 4, 20, 9, 20, 12, 5, 4. 20, 15. 1, 12, 12, 9, 20. Okay, you get the gist. A number station. Okay, enough. Alright, what about the beacon? The speaker crackles to life. You hear the faint hiss of a poorly tuned receiver and a voice that sounds like it's filtered through gravel and static. Is this the, I mean, the silhouette looks like the guy who keeps calling us at 8:15. And so they keep us in the light. They think the light illuminates, but it only blinds. It blinds you to the shape of the cage. You look at the bars and see only empty space. You hear the lock click and call it music. The patterns are everywhere. Once you learn to see in the dark, the same symbols in the corporate logos, the same intervals in the pop songs, the same narrative on every screen, synchronized, a frequency of control. They think we're receivers, passive and obedient. But a receiver can be retuned. A signal can be jammed. Remember that. When the world starts to make perfect sense, that's when you know you're listening to their transmission. Seek the static. Find the gaps between the channels. That's where the truth hides. Not in the message, but in the silence they are so desperate to fill. Keep your eyes on the sky, but your ears to the ground. The signal is weakening. I can feel it. They can feel it. That's why the noise is getting louder. This doesn't seem to be connected to Coral Destiny. No. Well, CD comms could be Coral Destiny comms, couldn't it? Yeah. You listen for a few seconds, but if there was anything there, it's hidden in deep noise. No, continue listening. Wait, it sounds like a female voice is emerging from the noise. With every second it becomes more clear. Oh, is this it?
Reads 19 degrees, but I'm sweating like a pig. And no, it's not only because I'm nervous.
Listen, it's her. No time for being unconscious now.
Who are you?
Come on, Frank. Open your eyes. On your feet. Silly questions will have to wait.
Who knew that these moments would be so hard? They would feel so long. I can't stop myself from rethinking everything. My whole life, from insignificant details to major decisions, all of which led me right here. So close to home.
Judy, it's you. I'm gonna find you.
I told you it's her. But first, you need to open your eyes. Come on. Cock-a-doodle-doo, buddy.
Alright, open your eyes. Ooh, I think we're playing as Frank.
At least I'll have the best possible view, right? After so many months of just endless, rolling emptiness dotted with distant, uncaring stars, the planet feels surreal.
Okay, let's have a quick look at our situation. So, we look to be Frank. We have punctured lungs, broken arm, crushed leg bones, severe bleeding. He's got a couple of intentions. Rescue Judy, don't fix Anita's car. So it seems to be now, right? Because the Anita's car thing is in the loop. He's incredibly impulsive. Yeah, interesting. Okay. She's in orbit. I must be dreaming.
You idiot. She was here all along. Sitting on that payload adapter waiting for you. Calling you. It was no accident you came right here. Even if you only realize it now. And all the while they tried to stop you. First your sister, then that scrawny loser. But now that you've gotten rid of them both, it's only you and Judy. And me.
That's just a blue and white disc against the darkness. It looks so small, like I can just pluck it out of the universe with my fingers, put it in my pocket, and keep it forever.
Judy, can you hear me?
I don't think so. You're too far away.
I never imagined my homecoming like this. I was never good with words. I thought I would have more to say. But just seeing Earth, knowing that everything and everybody I love is down there. Thinking about the warm sunlight on my skin and the smell of wet grass and the whipping of the wind leaves me breathless. Literally.
Right, start crawling toward her despite your condition.
Though all is said and done now, the computer notified me I'm within short range. Yeah, all messages would be sent automatically, but since I'm still here, why not do it in person? Say a bit more. I can't hear you, Starbase One. I was never able to fix the long-range comms, but you can hear me. I'm transmitting all my recorded messages. Now. Not like I care anymore how much power it'll drain, right? Anyhow, it's getting harder to speak. So, I'll stop. Judy, out.
She's gone. Why is she gone?
No, Judy, come back.
Guiding light, mission log, day 2, Commander Resnick recording. You know this already, Starbase One, but let's be thorough for the record and all that.
Quick! Don't lose her again.
Judy, I'm coming. Crawl towards her.
While performing a Transmars injection, the main engines went offline. Neither the crew nor ship's automated systems were able to identify the cause, so in consultation with the CEO and Mission Control, we opted for me to perform an exploratory EVA.
Okay.
Wait. Something's different. She sounds so distant now. Is she afraid?
Judy, don't worry, I'm coming to save you.
Moments out of the airlock, the ship was rocked by cascading explosions, and I'm still not sure what went wrong, but my working hypothesis is that the injection system suffered a catastrophic failure. The only reason I'm still alive and not blown to bits or into the endless vacuum is my jetpack. I was able to reach and undock the landing module with an emergency override before the ship was torn apart. Mission specialists Wolf and Hobb are presumed dead.
Fuck! The battery's dying! Hurry up! You have to save her!
Hang on, Judy.
Since most of our TMI was completed, I'm still en route to Mars, albeit on an altered trajectory thanks to the push from the explosions. I have yet to calculate my approach angle. Most of the lander's equipment is intact and functioning, excluding the long-range comm. 2 out of 10 solar panels have also suffered significant damage. I have a feeling I'll regret that loss.
No, don't die. I'm coming for you.
I love you too, Frank.
Okay.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
What just happened? Have you ever wondered how it feels to be in someone else's shoes? Now you know. That was Frank. Exactly was. There's no chance anyone could have survived those injuries. And that was Judy, wasn't it? Could she be alive? No, I don't think so. With the state Frank was in, you're not sure if she was really there, but that was definitely her voice you heard on that radio. How can that be? The accident was years ago. Impossible to know without the rest of that message. But you made sure to catch the signal at the earliest possible moment, and it sounded like there's only noise before it. You even shot a man to do it. Indeed I did. Slowly running out of options. I saw what he saw. Think about it. You both defy the loop in some way or another. This vision you just had is only further proof that he is your ticket out of here. I didn't recognize the place from the vision. It's because you've never been there. Well, I've been everywhere already. Have you really? Mr. Harrow? Yes, sorry, I have to go now. Okay, well that's gotta mean that... Let's have a quick look at our Mind Palace stuff. See what we got here. Okay, so we can resolve this one. Yeah, we never want to do that again. Fair enough. Anita had a gun. Okay, so there's a few updates here. An astronaut named Judith Resnick died in an accident during the Guiding Light mission. Apparently. Frank died as a result of a car crash somewhere in Rue Valley next to space debris. A signal. Frank was listening to the message broadcasted from space by his partner Judy. Yeah, we can have some updates on who owns guns and not, I think. Then we got this. You get a vision, a flashback of Frank. He collapsed somewhere in the desert. Around him some space debris. You have to find him. So I think what we do now is we just drive north, hell for leather. Let's see now. He's out there in the desert next to some kind of space-looking thingamajig. Part of a rocket or something. How remarkably vague and yet oddly specific. I have to find him. Begin the fast-forward montage and search everywhere, I guess. I mean, I was just going to drive north towards the mining tunnel, but...
There's a whole mess of scrap metal litter in the desert. Dozens, hundreds, hell if I know.
Yeah, but this one's really big and there's an antenna on it and a Coral Destiny logo stretched across the side.
Listen, you can't even turn around without that damn logo staring back at you, usually with some tech gizmo on it. Ain't no telling what you're after.
Space debris? What do you know about that? They sent you to keep tabs on me, didn't they? Didn't they? You think you're real slick, don't you? But ain't no scrawny-ass poser gonna screw me over.
Now, wait just a minute. Bang.
Shut the fuck up and stand right there. I'm gonna call Cousin Cody. You got some real explaining to do.
Back off. Now.
Calm down.
No handouts. You want something? Earn it.
Please.
What did I say? Back off.
Nothing here, not a damn thing, or at least nothing discernible. Just empty space, the kind that holds no trace of the one above. Oh sure, tons of them lying around us, just not when I'm looking. You tried not looking? It's usually when things sprout up. debris? Not sure what you're getting at, Mr. Harrow. Oh, you mean those Coral Destiny rocket bits? You know, ever since they started raining, standard property insurance turned into everything but standard. Tons of forms, weird clauses, endless back and forth. So yeah, just like that orbital junk, we just dropped it. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's not like we're in any real danger. I've read online that the chances of a cow taking you out are way higher than, like, getting hit by lightning. How cool is that? If you actually had it, your pedometer would probably either blow a fuse or throw in the towel and just die. Any particular reason for ditching the wheels? Voluntary caste sacrifice, or... it helps me think. Slower pace equals sharper focus. If you say so. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? I sort of spaced out. Which reminds me... Oh, by all means, ask away. I'm interested in the space debris that's been falling around Rue Valley. Mr. Harrow, while your interest in local attractions is commendable, you're here for a different purpose, and menial distractions, local or otherwise, could seriously hamper our work. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to your new surroundings. Needless to say, you've got nothing to worry about. The universe isn't out there just to crash down on you. And if you stumble, we'll catch both you and whatever falls your way. Together. Alright then, that's it for today. Indeed.
That space junk? Can't say for sure, buddy, but I reckon the locals are scraping those as soon as they hit the ground. They probably think it's worth something. Or they just need a convenient tin roof for the chicken coop. Not that I've seen many of those around, to be fair. Now, speaking of things falling from grace, how about one Stargarita?
Surrender to gravity and drop your head on the counter with a thud. Back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't matter how far you lean forward, you're still tethered like a swing. All the while, the strained groaning of rope sings a somber lullaby for someone who simply doesn't care to be found. Oh, I'll find him, alright. A bold step towards determination or a well-disguised dive into denial. You can't really place it. But alright, what then? Then we get to the bottom of this. Bottom? Thought you'd already scraped it clean. Sounds unpleasant. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Bury your head in your knees. Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now. Still digging for answers, or has hope joined the dead? I don't even know anymore. Sitting on a fence, sitting on a grave. Classic. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Lie down on the couch, bury your head in the pillow, and start screaming. Mr. Harrow! Am I back in control? Nope. Flipping the double birds to the explosion. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Boom! Still with me, Mr. Harrow? You've searched Rue Valley high and low and still nothing. Either he's gone, swallowed by dirt alongside your sanity, or he's slipped just beyond reach, caught somewhere between the loop's claws and the edge of escape. Frank's gone. Really gone. All those loops, wasted breath. A scream claws up your throat but drowns in a tar pit of hopelessness. Every path leads back here, to this chair, alarm clock, and the doctor's inevitable, "Still with me, Mr. Harrow?" He's right, the anguish has run its course, leaving you hollow. Oh, he says hollow there. Like a bell with its tongue torn out, but doomed to swing forever in a soundless void. Why would you fight? The loop grinds hope to dust. Why would you feel? It all ends in suffering. Just let the loop win. Let numbness swallow you whole. Surrender. Status gained. Void of resignation.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
He won't leave you alone. Just open your eyes and answer him already. Blocked. Try and talk to him like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. Okay, we'll just say yes in that case. He gives you a concerned
Your
look.
affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing.
Watch out, he's baiting you back into this horrible, hopeless world.
This level of withdrawal points to either executive or cognitive paralysis.
But you need to forget. To forget about Frank and Judy and Coral Destiny. To forget you're in a time
Tell me,
loop.
Is your mind blank? Or are thoughts circling without anchor?
Blank, if only. You'd give anything to lighten consciousness's feverish grip. To embrace the sweet relief of nothingness once more, and be cast this way and that like a leaf on the
Harrow,
wind.
Are you present with me? Or are you dissociating?
And you can. You just have to ask him. Sorry, I haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your
Well,
eyes.
If you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses, and above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take the pill.
Hopefully, it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Right.
Give me my coffee.
I'm going to get the water now. She's not giving up. Despite her efforts, the vending machine remains unyielding. Can I not fix it for her? We'll reset, so why bother?
Spit it out already.
Right. This would be the void of resignation. Limited interactions. I guess that's what that is. Okay, I was...
Come on, you thief. I understand, but the text said today. Of course it's urgent. Oh, hold on. Hello, reception? Yes, he's here.
Void of resignation. Ignore her. She rolls her eyes as well, then smiles at you as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
This is your key card.
Just wait for it to be over. Suddenly she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
You must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here, I'll just need your signature.
Sign.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. Alright, let's leave. Let's actually see what's going on in the old brain pan here. You spent loops and loops searching for Frank. You walked every millihan, centerfoot, every light nanosecond of Rue Valley that you could reach, but you could find neither his body nor the space debris in question. Give up. Got anything else here? Seems to be it. Okay, let's go to our room. I'm trying to remember if the time loop started after we took the pill or before. I think it must be after, right? I'm wondering if it's all related to this pill. Alright, put it away. Why not just swallow it right now? It doesn't really matter. Alright, let's just force the thing down our throat. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule find its way into your stomach. And now, straight into the bed. Sweet nothingness awaits. Crawl into the bed. Soon dreamless sleep will extinguish your thoughts. Turn off our phone. Good, Percy won't disturb you this loop. And now the final step. All you need to do is let your mind turn off. Close your eyes. The images return as always, chasing one another, but you know they'll stop soon. And as your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you, you feel a dull gratitude for Dr. Fink and his purple pill. Void of resignation. Forget. The sound of the loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. If only I could turn it off. Go back to sleep. Alright, it's loop time. What's gonna happen? Oh, there we go, we are looping. Already? Oh. So much for the purple pill theory, huh? Here we go again. Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Yes.
Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing.
Sorry, haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so? Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
Reach for the pill.
remember,
Take the purple pill.
hopefully it'll help you calm. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room.
Get up and leave.
Oh, you must be very... Here!
Force the pill down your throat. Close your eyes. Forget. Eight more minutes. Go back to sleep.
Well then, if you happen to have...
Reach for the pill.
Oh, here!
Sign the form. Forget. Go back to sleep. This is just the rest of the game now. Just going round and round like this. Ah.
No, I don't need to unplug the modem. Of course I've rebooted it 12 times already.
I assume something's going to do to break him out of this at some point.
No, I didn't misconfigure the firewall. There's nothing you can do to help me? How about... Transfer me to billing. Why would... No, this isn't about payment. Hello?
The frenetic sound coming from a century-old clock nudges you out of routine. The stale air coats your tongue. Still with me, Mr. Hollow? The prescripted words to summon the pill await on your lips. Just endure the next couple of minutes and you'll be in bed again, numb. But even these minutes grow heavier. You packed consciousness tight into this narrow window only to compact it into something denser. Now, each return from dreamless nothingness strikes like compressed shrapnel, pressing deeper with every loop. Damn it, this isn't working.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware of a slight lack of motivation you may be experiencing right now.
You shrank the loop to 4 minutes instead of 47, crammed your world into 3 rooms instead of the entire of Rue Valley. But trying to forget it, you've made it tighter and duller. You've made a loop within a
You'll
loop.
surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your condition. Perhaps he's right. What if your condition has tricked you? It promised you oblivion, but only deepened your misery.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence. And try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
Alright, Doctor, I'll do it. I'll stay aware of my condition at all times. Focus on the void. And just like that, you obey him, fully. The first time. You stare into the void. And the void stares back. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside infiltrates your awareness. The old vending machine. You've heard that sound so many times now, but as the loops went by, you almost forgot about it. But that's not the void. Refocus on the void. Suddenly you become aware of a weight shifting in your pocket. It's that useless loop-resistant brick. And you thought it'd be your ticket out of here. Stop. Focus on the void. Dr. Fink has been strangely quiet for some time now. Is he waiting for me to say something? Perhaps, but you're doing exactly what he asked you to do. Focusing on... You really can't focus on the void, can you? No. And how could you? One can't see the absence of an image, one can't smell the lack of a scent. Or is nothingness just an illusion? Emptiness, but a result of failure to find those little somethings hiding deep inside. Is it possible to find something even inside the most hollow thing? Only by observing it over and over again until something eventually appears. Staying aware of my condition means noticing everything that survives inside it, despite it.
That's very perceptive, Mr. Harrow.
He seems satisfied, and in one short moment you feel a strange connection to him, almost as if he finally understood you're trapped in a loop. And what survives? He's asking the real question here, is there anything outside the void, anything that still makes you glad to be alive? Listening to people talk.
Yes. Anything else?
Exploring.
For sure. What else?
Fixing things.
And why not? And, if I may add, getting to know yourself, becoming a better person, and countless other things, small and big. Things that make life worth living. Sometimes, it takes a lot of effort to do any of these. Sometimes, it's even hard to decide which one is worth it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter what you choose. One of my patients enjoys drinking a glass of lukewarm water first thing in the morning. You ask why? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. They somehow started doing it.
They need to be locked up.
And with time, they learn to enjoy it. But one thing is certain. Completely giving up is never worth it, Mr. Harrow.
You may be right. Trying to shut yourself out of this miserable world hasn't made you feel any better. Perhaps you can't escape the loop, but there are things to do, sensations to experience, emotions to feel. It may look pointless, but you have to try. You have to make yourself try. One loop at a time. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision, get to make a decision. Either collect all your strength and give yourself some reason to live through the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Okay, we've lost that status at least. Yes, sorry, I gotta go. Mr. Harrow, please?
Come on, you
Shall I help
thief.
Riley now?
Sure.
Wow, nice. I don't know how you figured it out, but... Oh, thanks so much.
She takes one long sip from the plastic cup and savours the moment. Leave. Just says just walk. Okay. Can we leave this map just walking? Maybe. The sun still burns as bright as if it was in zenith. Its heat absorbed by asphalt. Let's just go for a walk. Alright. You know how this walking thing works, or at the very least you knew. One foot in front of the other. Muscles tight. Then again. And again. It'll be alright. You never know. Maybe something profound and life-changing will happen on this walk through the desert. Or not. I wonder if we'll find Frank just doing this. Your muscles are already burning with the effort. Seems that lethargy kills more than just the mind. Wipe the sweat from your brow and trudge forward. At least the sun is starting to set, so you'll be spared the warmth of its life-giving rays. Gonna get a phone call now, aren't we? Answer it? Oh. Can't. Walking. Reject the call. Okay. I thought maybe I'd try talking to him this time. There's no way you can multitask now. Just setting one foot in front of the other requires every crumb of effort that remains. Especially since there's less and less light. And more clouds. You have to shamble along in darkness. The first drops of rain remind you that a storm is coming to deliver its downpour. Even the heavens need to piss on me. You'll have to endure. Soaked. Lightning splits the sky apart. And a heartbeat later, the thunder roars. Just walk. Keep on walking. 9 more minutes to endure this drudgery. I guess we're not finding Frank. Maybe we'll have learned something profound. Far to the north, roaring foreshadows the explosion of colours that will tint the sky. The end is nigh. Well, we completed it anyway. The walking was hard work, admittedly, but it wasn't utter shit. I did it. That's what matters. We did something. Trying is half the battle, and the result was far from your worst loop.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Summon the will to live this loop. Hold to commit.
Mr. Harrell, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, but I have to go now.
break you open if I have to.
Take a walk through the cemetery. Okay, we can do that.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Amid the silent rows of stones, your feet wander at the whim of the winding paths. Gravel whispers beneath your shoes, a fragile rhythm in the vast muted expanse of marble, granite and memories. Why am I even here? Who just wanders a graveyard? Well, my wife does. She enjoys that. Perhaps walking here isn't about remembering or forgetting. Maybe it's just to feel small for a while. Guess we're silencing the phone. Still going. Apathy is death. Worse, even, for even a rotting corpse serves the soil and has the worms for an entourage. Death is an end. Apathy is a void. The rain drapes the scene in silvered stillness, making every stone gleam, every shadow tremble, and every step feel like a careful echo. For a moment it feels like something out of a romantic poem, soft and reflective, but a jagged flash across the sky hints that a turn towards the Victorian horror isn't far off. A stone angel tilts its head as if watching, poised to say something, though you figure it's too polite to interrupt your stroll. The rain thickens. The cemetery darkens, but still you walk. You're not moving toward anything. Not closure, not insight, not even shelter. Just forward, and that unbroken line is starting to feel tolerable. Kaboom. Lightning cleaves the sky clean, and limping thunder follows, sending shivers through the gravestones. Here we go. In an instant, the misty night sky cracks like an eggshell, the blinding yoke of light flooding through. However, a different sensation starts hatching within you. Your leash may be short, but at the very last, you still get to pick the tree to tie it to. Tension complete.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Okay, let's do it. What have we got this time?
Mr. Harrell, can you hear me?
Yep, sorry, I gotta leave now. Nature's sublime drama. Claim your spot at the private loge? Well, that means the railing on River Rue at the roadblock, and don't miss the opening act, the sunset. It masterfully sets the tone for everything to come. Okay, hang on.
Open if I have to.
Just at the time of the video, I mean, it's at the point where I think I'll wrap this up. I'm uncertain how much longer there is to go, but it could be a while. Like, we could just end up visiting every single location in the game while he sort of reaches some inner peace and realizations. But we'll come back to that probably next time, concluding the run, I think. I'm not sure. But we'll pick it up again next time anyway. But thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. It's been an interesting one so far. Looking forward to getting some closure on it, hopefully quite soon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think we'll get out the time loop? I don't know. Maybe I forget exactly when, but I said a few episodes ago, I think, that maybe it's more like Groundhog Day in that you kind of have to, it's nothing physical that you do. It's more kind of you have to. It's more of a sort of mental well-being type thing that finally breaks the loop. And it feels like maybe that's where this is going as well. It's not so much a mission of something to do so much as it is to kind of reach the right place mentally, perhaps. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I could be completely wrong, of course. And a big thank you as well to our channel members. It's great how you guys are supporting Boring Dad Gaming. I'm very appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in seeing upcoming episodes in this series and any other series that I ever run on the channel a little bit ahead of time, that'd be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.